Hello and welcome. I'm the Candyman and you're watching Apoca-Tips on State of Decay 2. That's right, we're back with more Apoca-Tips, the series where we give you, the viewer, tips and tricks on how to better survive the zombie apocalypse. Now, if you have a tip or trick that you feel like would be helpful for other survivors to know, go ahead, leave a comment down below, and you might see it featured in the next video. Now, if you find this video helpful, go ahead, hit the like. Also, consider subscribing as well, and you'll get better at surviving the zombie apocalypse. I promise. So today's Apoca-Tip is a breakdown of the top 10 best traits in State of Decay 2. Now, a lot of these traits positions in our list can be pretty interchangeable depending on what difficulty you're playing on, what you're looking for in a survivor, etc. But the idea here is to give you 10 amazing traits that you can look for your survivors. So without further ado, let's get started. Starting off our list at number 10 is Volunteer Coordinator, which increases each one of your survivors in your community's morale by 4. There's nothing worse than having a community full of survivors that are frustrated and threatening to leave. This trait helps you get ahead of that, and that's why it's the first entry on our list. Number 9 on our list is Keeps Hidden Pouches, which provides a 10-point increase to your light and max carrying capacity, as well as a 1-point increase to your max consumable stack. Managing your survivors' inventory in this game is extremely important, and having a trait that allows you to carry a little bit more can help you more efficiently go out on looting and scavenging runs, which in the long term can potentially make a huge difference. Number 8 is Ascetic or Eats Like a Bird. These traits reduce the amount of food your survivor consumes daily by 50%. Food is an extremely valuable resource, no matter what difficulty you're playing on, and especially if you want to have a larger community. So having a survivor that only eats half as much food as your other survivors do can definitely save you in the long run. Next up at number 7 on our list is Indefatigable, which gives your survivor a 40% reduction in fatigue severity and a 30-point increase to their max stamina. Having a survivor that gets fatigued less easily and has more stamina can help you get out of potentially sticky situations, whether that be by dodging, running, or fighting. Having more stamina is always a plus. Sitting at number 6 on our list is Just Keeps Going. This trait gives your survivor a 40% reduction in fatigue severity, as well as a 45-point increase to their max stamina. So essentially, it's a slightly better version of Indefatigable. Taking the 5th spot on our list is Hard to Kill or Immortal, which provides a 40% reduction in injury severity and a 45-point increase to your max stamina. Seeing how injuries can negatively impact your survivor's health and sometimes stamina, having a survivor that receives reduced injuries can make a huge difference, especially at higher difficulty levels. And of course, having a huge increase to their max stamina is a nice bonus as well. At number 4 on our list, we have Unbreakable. This gives your survivor a 100% reduction in injury chance and 45-point increase to their max health. Sometimes in this game, you just have to take some hits. And so with this trait, you're going to be more tank-like, right? So you're going to be able to absorb more hits, which will keep you from being knocked a little bit longer, which may allow you to make your escape or potentially even fight your way out of the situation. At number 3, we have Never Been Sick, which gives you a 100-point increase in your survivor's infection resistance. Arguably, the biggest issue that your community is going to have to contend with in your playthrough is going to be the blood plague. Now, having a survivor that has an infection resistance higher than the others, meaning that they're able to survive longer before succumbing to the blood plague, is invaluable, to say the least. Number 2 in our countdown is Die Hard Veteran. This trait increases your infection resistance by 100, as well as a 10-point increase in your light carrying capacity and a 40% reduction in injury severity. There's not much that needs to be said about this trait, other than the fact that it just gives you a very well-rounded character. And sitting at the top of our list is Blood Plague Survivor, which gives you a 100% reduction in plague infection. Considering how big of a constant threat blood plague is, especially at higher difficulties, having a survivor that is immune to blood plague infection is a game changer. Alright, so we will go ahead and wrap up the video here. So if you liked the video, do me a favor. Hit the like button and consider subscribing as well. As always, spread the love, spread the positivity, and I'll catch you in the next one.